If your smartwatch or Bluetooth earphones are connected to your phone, then most likely your phone is with you. And in that case, your phone does not need to stay locked. For example, as you can see, I've got two devices connected here, my watch and my earphones. They're both very personal and I always have them on me. All I have to do is add them as trusted devices. So I go into Smart Lock and then add them as trusted devices. Now you'll see that my earphones are already added, but I can just say add trusted device and then select my watch over here and just add it. Now every time my watch is connected to my phone will stay unlocked. But let's say you don't have any trusted devices and you still don't want your phone to lock itself every time you turn off the display. For example, right now, if I want to unlock my phone, I have to put in the PIN, which is fine. But when I turn off the display, I don't want it to lock immediately because I know for a fact I'm going to have my phone. And there you go. If I turn on right away, it does not ask me for a PIN, unless of course a few minutes have passed and I can set all of this up. So if you go into lock screen, and then into secure lock settings, where I'll then be able to determine how much time my phone should wait before it should lock itself, which can go all the way from 5 seconds to 30 minutes. So let's say I choose 5 minutes. Do make sure that you disable lock instantly with side key. And that's it, my phone will now not lock itself unless 5 minutes have passed. This is very useful, especially if you're sitting on your desk, you're working, then you want to pick up your phone multiple times, and then putting a PIN or a password or a face unlock each time seems a bit unnecessary. Next, did you know that you and your friend can watch the same thing on one phone but on your respective earphones? So over here you can see I've got two earphones connected to my phone. And now if I go onto Netflix and watch a video, or if I go onto YouTube Music or any other music player and start playing music, go to your notification tray and tap on Media Output. Now over here you can shift to whichever earphone you want, or you can actually enable output on both the earphones and enjoy at the same time. Now, I don't know if you knew this, but let's say you're listening to podcast on one app and then you're listening to YouTube Music and then you're also watching a video on YouTube. You could shuffle between them simultaneously by just shuffling through your media here. You can turn any one on or off as you like. Did you know that with just one tap, you can dim the brightness of your phone's screen below minimum levels? So let's say you're tucked into bed and you want to dim down the screen. Just that one tap can do that immediately. Now to enable this, go into accessibility in your settings, then go into advanced settings and go into accessibility button. Now you can opt for floating over other apps, but I'm going to go for a navigation bar and then select actions. And over there, I'm going to choose extra dim because that's the feature I want to toggle. And the second you do that, you'll see this human icon appear on the bottom right corner, which you can then use to toggle. What you also want to do is go back and go into visibility enhancements, tap on extra dim, don't turn it on over here, but just set the intensity. And that will determine how dark it needs to get every time you toggle this accessibility using that icon on the bottom right corner. And this is especially helpful in the night when I'm trying to read something or wasting time on social media. Sometimes for some apps, I want the brightness lower than minimum levels, and sometimes I don't. So with just one tap, I can toggle that so quickly. It's really convenient. And guys, before we move on, if you're finding any of this helpful, it would mean a lot to me if you could support the channel. And all you have to do is smash that like button, subscribe to the channel, and hit that bell notification icon, and mark all. That's it. Anyway, now let's move on. Next, to keep your phone running as smoothly as possible, there are a few things that you can do. First, go into settings, then into device care, and then on the top right corner, choose automation. Then go into auto optimize daily, and you can turn that on. And you can also set a time for when it should optimize. I try to keep it towards odd hours so that it does not happen while I'm using the phone. Also, you can place a home screen widget that does this when you want it. So go into widgets, device care, and pull up this one where you can just tap that broom icon to start optimization. Next, you can also set up your phone to restart automatically every 2 or 3 days. So back to device care, go into automation, and this time turn on auto restart at set times. When you do that, you can set up the days that you want this to happen, and again, choose a very odd time so you know your phone is not in use. And doing this also ensures your phone runs smoothly over a longer period of time, especially if you have like a ton of apps installed on your phone, which leads to a lot of background processes. And then if you have a phone that's low to mid-range, definitely helpful. Another step is to ensure that you don't have any duplicated data or unnecessary data just rotting on your phone. So go back into device care and this time tap on storage. Now when you do that, your phone will do an analysis and tell you where all your storage is being used. And you'll see that quite a bit of it is used in trash, and there are quite a few duplicate files and very large files that is taking up space. And it's important for you to know which ones they are so you can just remove them. You could actually do this once every 3 months to ensure that your phone's storage is functioning at optimal levels. Okay, if you've got Android 12 update on your Galaxy phone, then you can actually theme it to match better and just look better with the wallpaper that you chose for your phone. For example, here's a photo that I think is really good and I can set it up as my wallpaper. When I do that, my phone is going to offer me a few color palettes that I can choose as themes for my phone. So as I do that, it changes the accent colors throughout my phone. But I can also apply this palette to my app icons. And this impacts the system icons or the Samsung app icons throughout the phone. And it just sort of brings this uniformity between the phone's theme and the phone's icons in a really nice way. And lastly, guys, I can set up a custom volume limit to all my speakers and earphones that are connected via Bluetooth. So if at a party, I don't want the volume to go beyond a certain limit for my speakers, I can do that and set it up right here, and no one can bypass unless they know the pin. And that's it, guys. I hope this was really helpful and enlightening. And if you guys know any Samsung users who could benefit from this, send it to them. And of course, if you're a Samsung user, you might benefit from these videos over here as well. And if you did enjoy watching the video, make sure you smash that subscribe button, that bell notification icon, and mark all. I'll see you guys in the next one.